Hello YouTube, it's Borges Dude and I'm back with a video review taking a look at Kingdom Huffer, and I'm so glad that Huffer definitely did get the same treatment that Cliffjumper and Bumblebee did, upscaling him from Legends to Deluxe, and it works really well with Huffer himself. Now, the design of the figure isn't as slavish to Generation 1 as maybe other characters in the War for Cybertron trilogy have been, but that's okay. This design definitely serves him really well. I love the head sculpt. You can definitely tell this is Huffer. It's brilliant and on point, always looking a bit somber as his character did in the Generation 1 cartoon. The colours chosen here complement each other so well. I like the dark blue highlighting the pale blue with that sculpt detail there. That Autobot insignia smack in the middle of the chest where it should be. The silver paint does do really well when light hits it. And I like that orange. It's not overly bright, it's just a nice sort of shaded orange, I guess. Looking at the side profile, yes, we have that backpack there, but again, that does ooze the original design of Huffer, and of course the Generation 1 toy itself. He always has that massive hood on the front, or rather on the back of his chest to make the front of his alt mode. The big complaint a lot of people do have with this character in robot mode is those massive gaps in the leg, but that is of course to aid the transformation process, and you can get third-party kits, I'm sure, already that do fill in those legs, but for me it's not a deal breaker. Overall, the impressions of the robot mode are great. Like I've already said, not quite Generation 1 designed, but there's enough in there to let you know that it's definitely Huffer. Taking a look at Huffer's articulation. Now, the arm is on a ball joint and can do a full 360. We do get a bicep swivel and a bend at the elbow. It's a nice bend as well. You can't, unfortunately, get a twist at the fist because of the way it's designed, but the fist itself does move in, like you can see there. Very nice. The head is also on a ball joint, and you can turn it around by moving, the front of the alt mode cab, if you so wish. We do get a waist twist on Huffer. There's no ab crunch here. The leg motions are quite nice. You get what you expect from the leg. There isn't a thigh cut as such. It's just the way that the joint is designed. We do get a nice high bend at the knee as well, and of course there is an ankle tilt, which is all I need anyway for that figure photography. Accessories for Kingdom Huffer, we get two. We get his blaster here, and it's an orange blaster painted in black, and it looks really nice. I like the way his blaster is designed. We also get this claw shield type deal. Something different for Huffer, but then the G1 Huffer really never did have any weapons, and again it's just orange plastic with black paint and silver for the claw section. Nice accessories and something different for Huffer himself. Size comparison time for Kingdom Huffer. We have him here with Voyager Inferno, Deluxe Bumblebee, and Brawn from the Power of the Primes wave, I believe, giving you an idea of how he scales with the figures. Definitely works better with the current War for Cybertron trilogy, Netflix specials, and of course Studio Series 86. Hopefully we'll see an update of Brawn soon in the similar scale. Alright, the camera angle's changed, so you know it's transformation time. And the transformation itself is fairly simple. It's not too bad at all with Kingdom Huffer. Let's bring those arms down. You see we'll already flip this part all the way back as far as it can. Bring down the wheels. Do be careful, they do tend to pop off quite easily. If you want, twist his head round just so it's hidden in alt mode, and then we can bring this back up until it clicks in like so. So we're almost near the front of the cab. We just need to adjust this area here for his smokestacks, making sure we fold down the arms. It's quite a stiff process there to get the arms folded down. And then we're just gonna plug that in like so. we'll do the same again with this side. So it's just sort of slotting in nice and symmetrical if you can. If you can't, it's no the end of the world. Right, coming to the feet. Grey parts come out. We can tab the legs together. And then with this part here, pop it down. Legs are clipped in. Just want to make some minor adjustments. And there we are. Very simple transformation for Kingdom Huffer. You may need to make some adjustments when you're completed, but nice and straightforward. Here's Huffer in his alt mode, and this mode definitely oozes a lot more Generation 1 homages than his robot mode did, and that's not a bad thing, especially when you have that fantastic clear plastic for the windshield. I love that. I love the silver paint here highlighting the grille, the light, and of course the bumper as well. It's just neat little touches here, the lights. It's so good. Of course there's a glaring issue, and one that Paul Farley from TF the Show does not like, and it's those fists just sitting there. Could they have done something with that? Maybe. I mean, it's not ideal, but depending on how you pose the figure like I have here, you can't really see those fists at all. Now the weapons do store on the figure if you so wish. The shield clothing just will pop on here, just sticks. Now the blaster's really cool. It just splits in half, and we get these two parts here, and they just tab in to the shield itself. So you just simply plug it in like so. Bear in mind I'm doing this through a viewfinder, so just bear with me. And again, same again, there we are. And that completes the look, or a look anyway, if you wish, but very satisfied with the alt mode on Kingdom Huffer. And for a size comparison, here is Kingdom Huffer with Kingdom Inferno and Power of the Prime's Brawn. As you can see, he is definitely in scale with Kingdom Inferno and the War for Cybertron trilogy, Netflix and Studio Series 86 line. Brawn, not so much. And of course, a well-known feature with Kingdom Huffer is that he can tow Optimus Prime's trailer. If you have any of the many repaints of Earthrise Optimus Prime with his trailer in your collection, Huffer can tow that. And I of course have the alternate universe Optimus Prime, and I think that colour scheme actually works better than the official colour scheme trailer for Optimus Prime with Kingdom Huffer. It just seems to go nice. My final thoughts on Kingdom Huffer. The robot mode is excellent. It's not slavishly Generation 1, has enough nods to Generation 1 though, but it reminds me of the old days of classics before it moulded into what we know as the Generations line. The only bad thing about that robot mode is those gaps in the legs, but if like me you can live with that, then it won't be a problem. Transformation is fun, it's not fiddly at all, and is very enjoyable. The alt mode itself is definitely echoing those Generation 1 vibes, but has its own flair. I love the way the weapons store in alt mode, and I also love the fact that you can use the Earthrise Optimus Prime trailer and plug it into Huffer to recreate that Generation 1 cartoon moment. The only downside to the alt mode is those exposed fists. Again, if you can live with that, you'll love this figure. If it's a bugbear, then you probably want to look elsewhere for your Huffer fix. Netflix, really clever the way this works now. It just splits in half, nice and easy as I bring it off my hand. Designed to scale with the I think this colour scheme works very well with Huffer as opposed to the official colour Optimus.